everyone, my name is Mary Tennyson, and today I would like to talk to you guys and inform you guys about GMOs. So for those of you who don't know, GMOs stand for genetically modified organisms, and we're going to talk a little bit about what they are and what types of foods that GMOs come in, and then what foods we should avoid, what foods we should be buying, and then lastly we're going to talk about where they come from, and then we're going to end with why GMOs were created in the first place. So genetically modified organisms stand for GMOs, which is genetically modified organisms. They are mostly found in a lot of foods that we eat today, and we don't know about it. So the FDA have not approved most of these foods, so that's why if you go on the FDA website and you look up certain foods, it just doesn't show anything because they're kind of like hiding it because it's huge name brand companies that are trying to like produce GMO products. So a lot of things have soy, corn, or GMOs, so anything that has been genetically modified, meaning any fruits and vegetables that have been sprayed with pesticides, any like man-made foods that have not been like approved by the FDA, which if they have been approved by the FDA, they will have the little GMO symbol on them, and so many of the foods we buy do not have that. So that's what GMOs are. So they're basically pesticides, and we should stay away from all foods that don't have non-GMO labeled on it. And also, another way that we can make sure that our fruits and vegetables are not genetically modified is buying all organic food. So you have to make sure that it's not like 75% organic, because sometimes they'll trick you with stuff like that. It needs to be 100% organic to make sure that the food was not sprayed with any pesticides or anything like that. And so now going into what happens to the body when eating genetically modified organisms over time. So it is a pesticide that they are, for example, the fruit and vegetables that they spray it with, it's a pesticide. So basically, like, no one wants to eat chemicals, so when eating a pesticide fruit or an apple or something like that, now you've just ingested all these chemicals that can later on cause stuff such as cancer, other problems with your digestive system. There's just been many links to diseases that have come from genetically modified organism type of foods. So we should just stay away from those, and the long-term effects are really bad. And we've been noticing that in an article I read by blah 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 was stated that some effects that come from eating genetically modified organisms, blah 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 blah. And then lastly, I'd like to talk to you guys about so why were GMOs created in the first place? As we know, right now our world is very overpopulated, and 12.9% of our world is starving. So places such as China, or who have a really big population, the rice that they make, which is a common food eaten there, and it's easy to grow like year round, they'll spray it or inject it with pesticides or something to make it grow larger and more, and that's just to feed their people. So that even happens in America. If you didn't know, our chickens and our poultry that we eat, usually we have like injected the food that the chickens eat to make them grow like twice in size, so that way when we eat chicken, you get twice as much meat, and you don't realize that that meat has been genetically modified and can harm you. You just think that you're buying it for a cheaper price and you're getting more like bang for your buck. So in conclusion, that's why